Gia, last time you let something slip and I've been meaning to circle back to it. You said there's this one tiny thing you never head out the door without.
Did I say that? Okay, yeah, guilty. It's so small, but I feel kind of off without it, honestly.
Right, that's exactly what I want to dig into today. Let's talk about that one gadget you carry everywhere. Go on, what is it?
Okay, so paint it for me. What's the gadget and when did it become this thing you carry without thinking?
It's my noise-canceling earbuds. Tiny little things, but these are honestly the one thing I can't leave the house without now. I bought them maybe a year ago, kind of on a whim, and now they basically live in my jacket pocket. I'd say they're the thing I actually pat my pockets for before I go.
Hold on, quick flag. You said you can't leave the house without them. That little fixed phrase is so much stronger than I always bring them. Examiners clock that. Okay, keep going, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's true, though. My commute's about 40 minutes on a packed train, and before these, it was just a wall of noise the whole way. People talking, announcements, that screech when the train breaks.
So, what actually changed when you got them? Be honest. Was it that big a difference, or are we romanticizing a pair of earbuds here?
No, honestly, it was a bit of a game changer. I know that sounds dramatic for a pair of earbuds, but my mornings went from completely draining to almost mine. I get to the office and I'm not already worn out before anything started.
There, a game changer. Lovely. Most people would just say it helped a lot, which says nothing. That phrase does way more work. We'll come back to it. Carry on.
I'd say, half the time I don't play anything at all. I just switch the noise canceling on and sit there in this little bubble of quiet.
Ooh, say more about that. The bubble thing. What does that actually do for your head?
It just lets me tune out everything around me. Like, the train's still rammed, but I can read or just sit with my own thoughts, and none of it really reaches me. I think I'd underestimated how much the noise was getting to me until it suddenly wasn't there anymore.
Quick one. Tune out everything around me. Great little phrasal verb. So much more natural than block the sound. Hold that thought. We'll dig in. Go on.
So now I use them basically everywhere. On the train, in cafes, when I'm trying to work, even at home when my flatmates got something loud on. They've kind of taken over my life in a small way, which is a bit funny.
Okay, devil's advocate for a second. Doesn't that cut you off from people a bit? Like you're in your own world the whole time?
That's fair. I've thought about that. But I'd say it's less about hiding and more about choosing when I actually want the world in. On a Monday at 8 in the morning, honestly, I don't.
That's a good distinction, actually. So is it a conscious thing every morning, you reaching for them, or?
Not anymore. That's the thing. Reaching for them is just second nature now. I don't even decide to. My hand's in my pocket before I've actually thought about it. It's a proper habit at this point.
And there it is. Second nature. Perfect. That's exactly the kind of idiom that quietly lifts an answer. We'll unpack it in a minute. One more thing first.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead. Ask away.
Do you ever worry you're a bit too dependent on them? Like, if you lost them tomorrow, what happens?
Honestly, I'd probably go and buy the exact same pair by lunchtime, which, now that I say it out loud, is maybe a little bit sad, but they're cheap relative to how much calmer my days are, so I'll take that trade any day.
No, I think that's a really healthy way to look at a gadget, actually. It earns its place in your pocket.
Right, exactly. It's not a status thing. It's just quietly useful, which is kind of the best kind of gadget there is, I reckon.
Beautifully put. Okay, Chia, can we zoom in on a few things you said? Because there's genuinely gold buried in there.
Please do. I actually want to know which bits counted and which were just me rambling.
All right, nice work there, Gia. Before we wrap up, let's go back and look at a few of the expressions you used. I want you to really lock these in.
Yes, please. I'd love to get these down properly.
First up, can't leave the house without. Gia, what do you think that's actually doing beyond just I bring it?
I guess it's saying the thing is really important to me, like it's part of my routine, not just something I happen to carry.
Exactly that. It ties the object to the act of leaving home, so it feels essential rather than optional. That's the whole lift. It sounds woven into your day.
Oh, I see. So it's stronger than I always bring it because it makes it sound non-negotiable rather than just a habit.
Right. And you used it really naturally. You said, quote, "These are honestly the one thing I can't leave the house without now." That landed perfectly.
Yeah, that one just came out. I wasn't reaching for it. It just felt like the true way to say it.
That's the best kind. Here's the lift. Most candidates default to, "I use it every day," which is just frequency. This phrase carries importance and routine in one move. Examiners hear range immediately.
Got it. So is there a trap? Like, can I overuse it or put it on the wrong kind of thing?
Good instinct. Keep it for genuinely daily essentials. Keys, phone, earbuds. Stick it on something you only use sometimes and it rings false.
Makes sense. And if I want a backup, what could I swap in so I'm not repeating myself?
Try, "It goes everywhere with me," or "It's always on me." Now bank the rep. Say it after me. My earbuds are the one thing I can't leave the house without.
My earbuds are the one thing I can't leave the house without.
Perfect. That's yours now. Next, a game changer. Gia, in plain terms, how big a deal is something when you call it that?
Pretty big, I think. Like, it's not a small improvement. It actually changes how the whole thing works for you.
Exactly. It's about scale and shift, not a minor upgrade. Something was one way, and now it's genuinely different because of this thing.
Oh, got it. So I shouldn't use it for something that only helped a tiny bit or it loses its weight, right?
Spot on. And listen to what you actually did. You hedged it. You said, quote, "Honestly, it was a bit of a game changer." That "a bit of" is gold.
Oh, was it? I almost said it without thinking. I just didn't want to sound like I was selling earbuds, you know?
That instinct is exactly right. The hedge keeps a strong phrase from sounding like an advert. That's a Band 7 control move on its own. A big claim, gently softened.
Interesting. So the flat version most people use would just be, "It helped me a lot," and that's weaker because...
Because it has no scale. Helped a lot could be anything. A game changer tells the examiner the situation genuinely shifted. That's the range signal.
Right. And a backup phrase, if I've already used this one earlier in the test?
Go with, "It made a world of difference." Now bank the rep. After me. "Honestly, those earbuds were a bit of a game changer for my commute."
Honestly, those earbuds were a bit of a game changer for my commute.
Lovely. Locked in? Now, a phrasal verb, tune out. Gia, what's the difference between that and just not listening?
I'd say tune out feels more deliberate, like I'm choosing to let it all fade into the background rather than just missing it.
Exactly. There's intention in it and a sense of ease. The noise is still there, but you've decided it doesn't reach you. That's the flavor.
Oh, that's a nice way to put it. So it's not that I can't hear it, it's that I've chosen for it not to bother me.
Right. And you used it beautifully. You said, quote, "It just lets me tune out everything around me." Effortless. That's how a native would phrase it.
Yeah, block the sound is what I'd have written in an essay, but it sounds a bit stiff when you say it out loud, doesn't it?
That's exactly the insight. Phrasal verbs are where a lot of learners sound textbook formal, and swapping in tune out instantly sounds spoken. That's a clear range marker.
Good to know. Is there anything I should watch out for so I don't mix it up with something?
Yes, don't confuse it with tune in. That's the opposite. To start paying attention. Tune out is switching off. Tune in is switching on.
Ah, right. That could have been an embarrassing slip. And a couple of backups in case I lean on this one too much?
Shut out the noise or zone out. Now the rep, after me. With these in, I can tune out everything around me on the train.
With these in, I can tune out everything around me on the train.
Perfect. That one's yours.
Last one. Second nature. Gia, what kind of thing earns that label?
Something I've done so many times that I don't even think about it anymore. It just sort of happens on its own, like a reflex.
Exactly. The key is that it got there through repetition. It used to take thought, and now it doesn't at all. That history is baked into the phrase.
Oh, so I shouldn't use it for a one-off thing. It has to be a habit I actually built up over time, right?
Precisely. And you nailed the context. You said, quote, reaching for them is just second nature now. The now even hints at the journey to get there.
Yeah, that felt accurate. I genuinely don't decide to grab them anymore. My hand's just already moving before I notice.
And that's the lift. Most candidates say, I do it automatically 3 times across an answer. Second nature says the same thing once with idiom and frees you up to move on.
Got it. So it's partly about not repeating that flat automatically over and over, which I know I do.
Exactly. One well-placed idiom beats 3 flat repeats. That variety is what examiners are actively listening for on habit questions.
Makes sense. Any backup so I've got a couple in my pocket for the same idea?
Without even thinking or muscle memory. Now the rep. After me. After a year, reaching for them is just second nature.
After a year, reaching for them is just second nature.
Beautiful. That's the set. Well done.
It just lets me tune out everything around me. Like the train's still rammed, but I can read or just sit with my own thoughts, and none of it really reaches me. I think I'd underestimated how much the noise was getting to me until it suddenly wasn't there anymore. It just lets me tune out everything around me. Like the train's still rammed, but I can read or just sit with my own thoughts, and none of it really reaches me. I think I'd underestimated how much the noise was getting to me until it suddenly wasn't there anymore.